As mentioned in an earlier episode, Pakistan and India had the capabilities to encourage a stable economic system of codependency, which then in turn can act as a successful deterrent to possible hostilities rather than nuclear deterrence. While that may be a progressive route forward, shouldn't each country bear a conscientious burden of responsibility to advance such a policy?
There is a history of, if you look at the history of trade integration across the world, basic political issues were resolved before trade relations were established. It's the case in Europe, in ASEAN, everywhere else. Basic political issues will have to be resolved for SAARC and SAFTA and other arrangements to work.
कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हमें कोई फ़र्क महसूस नहीं होता हम कराची में हो या कलकत्ता में।
हमारे हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान से रिलेशनशिप को जो है से ख़त्म करने के लिए, दूरी रखने के लिए, दूर रखने के लिए, ताकि ये दूर रहे, ये एक साथ ना हो। जिस दिन एक साथ हो गए पूरी दुनिया में हलचल मचा देंगे।
It's all good and well to talk about having peace with India, but if by the same token you continue to cultivate proxy sort of warriors, or vice versa, again, not to say it's one way. I mean, if India continues to do things that show that it's not serious, then you can talk about it all you want, but that doesn't mean very much at the end of the day.
So the only way the two countries can really put the past behind them is to get down to basics, to resolve the disputes that they have between them, and to look at the areas of cooperation and evolve common responses to the common challenges that they face. For example, in global, large-scale poverty, the area of economic collaboration. There are many areas in which India and Pakistan can cooperate. But I think that cooperation will remain hugely contingent on their ability to remove the sources of mistrust between the two. And the sources of mistrust lie deep in the disputes between the two countries.
The aftershocks of the Mumbai attacks are evident in the fractured relationship between India and Pakistan. While overtures have been made from both sides, the perception of hostility, which to a certain extent had been repressed, is currently a characteristic of the people and the states. Contentious issues such as Kashmir, the equitable sharing of water, terrorism all have contributed to the imagined necessity of nuclear weapons. But India and Pakistan have another necessity to juggle, which is establishing themselves in the international order. The choices are before them. Two economically prosperous countries coexisting geographically in harmony, or two states existing in paranoia, where the hysterics will always trump reason and potentially create a situation which could be disastrous for the region.
It's a threat, I'm sorry to say, that has its roots not in partition necessarily. In partition, yes, but long before in the history of India. And I think this is a psychological factor which needs to be addressed and to be put at rest. And that psychological factor is the feeling gained from history that those who come and settle here in what is now Pakistan are an aggressively superior fighting force. It doesn't count anymore. It's technology that makes all the difference. You look at our history. Our history is replete with the domination of the invader across the Khyber Pass into the plains of India. And this has had a very significant effect on the psychology of the common man. And I think we now need to address that, and we now need to have a feeling of trust that all that is over. Let's sit down and as honorable states and as states with a civilized outlook, we'll have our differences, but let us learn to live as two states, neighboring states, maybe with different ideologies, but ready to help each other for the common cause. I mean, economically, energy-wise, in every sense, anti-terrorism, the need to cooperate is paramount these days.